Squid Interactive recently released a Rift-enabled demo of their mobile action RPG, Pylon. Pylon differs from most Rift demos in that it's viewed from a third-person perspective in the style of something like Diablo. It's a traditional hack and slash game that sees you killing monsters and collecting loot. The game essentially uses the Rift as a massive screen, with pretty much all of the action directly in front of you as if you were hovering a few meters above your character. You can look around the environment, but it doesn't provide much reason to. The areas are essentially linear, so there isn't much to do by way of strategic thinking. This use of the Rift obviously doesn't give a sense of presence like you might get from a first-person perspective, but it is still fairly absorbing for what it is. It is refreshing to see people experimenting with bringing more traditional, free movement third-person adventure games to VR. There have been some other attempts at this, but Pylon feels closer to being a complete game than some of the other tech demos. There are 4 levels to the demo, all of them are desert themed though, so there's not much environmental variety to enjoy. This repetitiveness is compounded by the fact that there are only about 6 or 7 enemy types. They all just stand around waiting for you to get close, which makes the world seem pretty lifeless. This allows you to progress very methodically and severely limits any real sense of danger. This would probably be less noticeable if the demo retained any of the character customization and growth mechanics from the full game. Unfortunately, the inventory and ability selection have been stripped out completely, leaving this version of Pylon a bit bereft of any compelling reasons to progress. This may also be the cause of the weird spike in difficulty at the boss, which seems impossible to beat without dying. Aesthetically, Pylon takes a lot of its cues from Blizzard games, which is not such a bad thing. However, the fixed UI is not particularly comfortable, and the ability icons are too small to see properly on the Rift. Squid know that the UI needs work, which is probably part of the reason they stripped out a lot of the menus. Full camera control is a welcome and necessary addition to the game. It is well worth the trade-off of being able to see the edges of the map in exchange for the comfort of being able to reorient the viewpoint. Even so, I did find myself getting a stiff neck after about half an hour of play. Although it has a lot of room for improvement, both in the game itself and the Rift implementation, Pylon makes a good opening case that third-person action-adventure games can work in VR. Considering that this adaptation was put together in a few days, it may be a good base from which to try to tackle some of the unique challenges in this perspective. But at the same time, longer-term success will come from designing a new experience from the ground up to make better use of the affordances of the Rift. A game more like Dota or League of Legends, where map awareness is essential to high-level play, might really benefit from being able to survey the landscape with a turn of your head. I'm not convinced that Pylon warrants a full release as a straight port, as I can certainly see it working better as a mobile game. But if you're interested in third-person experiences for the Rift, then this alpha build of Pylon will be worthwhile as a case study. If you found this video interesting, then please do support our channel by clicking like, or better yet, subscribe.